Yeah, farmers, welcome to LESSANET Farming Innovation. This is a new technology in maize farming, whereby we raise maize from this seed bed to the main field. First of all, our country, Kenya, we don't have people who are doing maize transplanting. We are not raising seedlings from seed bed. Most of our farmers in our country, Kenya, are doing the normal one. We use tractor or farm machineries when planting maize, and that one is affecting production percentage. You cannot get the maximum production because most of seeds are not germinating, which poor germination always leads to poor production in our country. That is why I've come out with this technology to identify the best maize that can produce even 2 maize crops. Yes, from today you can see. I want to show you why we are doing maize we are raising our maize from seedlings. First of all, we have 3 characters in maize. This one is one of the best seedlings that have germinated very well, and they have already developed roots that can make a plant easily to collect the nutrient from the soil, or the moment you feed your healthy crop like this one. This one can grow very fast because of the number of roots is the main key that we are looking for. Take for example, you can see these roots, they are ready to transport nutrient to the stem day and night immediately in the large number, in the large quantity. They will collect many as the more you feed is the more maize. And remember, maize under this technology, they are taking 3 days to germinate, which is equivalent to 72 hours. This is my life teaching experience, and I am having a technology. I am in the farm always doing this research to identify and to select the best seedlings that they can do very well in the main field. Now, we have 3 characters which are here. First, they are maize that cannot germinate. This was not germinated. I don't know the cause. If the problem was in the seeds, it is likewise to the main field when using tractors. We have maize that are not germinating always, and therefore we are identified them here when we are doing maize transplanting. The other thing is there's some maize who are not, they cannot germinate. After germination, really, they are not growing very well like this one now. So remember, we have 3 characters of maize here: the best seedlings, the poor one. This one can lead you to poor production because its root is not very rooted very well like this other one. Can you look here now? I want to show you the difference between the poor maize and the best seedling we are here now. Now let us confirm from the roots. Now you can see this is well developed roots compared to this one. Let us compare both. This maize cannot do very well. Why? Its leaves are very, very small, and the other one, they are having the big leaves. Those are identification, the roots and the leaves. Now, I want to show you the maize. We have already transplanted our maize. This is 1 acre, which is here now, and I want to take you to the main field to show you the maize which was transplanted, and it has done very well. Like And the importance of doing maize transplanting is to select, to get the best seedlings. After selecting, for example, I've selected the best seedlings which they cannot yield, or there is no other disturbances. In our country, we have destructive things like squirrels, birds, and some other like an herbicides that are destroying our maize in our farm. But when we do nursery beds, those things are now, our plants are out of any risk from squirrels, birds, and other things like insects, you see. So the advantage of transplanting maize is to get 100% varied and strong maize like this one now in our farm. The other thing is it is easier to control spacing if we have done enough spacing. Like, for example, what I was telling you is that when we do maize transplanting, look the advantage of of the transplanted maize now. First of all, they are in one uniform. Their stems are very strong and healthy, like you can see here now. Check all the stems. You see, the stems of the transplanted maize are different from the other one. We are using the tractors to transplant. Yeah, you can see now. They are all very strong. They are all very healthy. This one will lead into double production. If I tell you, my friend, the production that I'm going to get from this farm is different, especially in our country. In our country, Kenya, we believe that 1 acre can produce up to 40 bags per acre of 90 kgs, depending on the varieties, depending on the fertility of the land and the production. The other thing is about when the rain is off or on, low or high. So those are the factors that are affecting. But this mine in my farm, I have already set the drip lines. In case of anything that the rain goes on off, I'll put on the drip lines and I continue supplying water to this farm so that my maize can get any stress. They are now free from all stresses of water. And also when the time of applying fertilizers, e.g. CN and other fertilizers. So it is easier for me to achieve more than the other one by far. And you can see also it is easier for me to control armyworms, fall armyworms that are destroying our maize. You can see our maize. So my maize is healthy. So I decided to go for maize transplanting for those reasons I've told you, and you can see I am getting 100%. This is like now my 1 acre. Let take for example, my 1 acre, I am having seedlings of around 20,000. It is not even around 20,000. It is exactly 20,000 seedlings that I am transplanting in my farm. The other thing, in those 20,000, most of my maize, they are having double maize cobs. So 50% of the seeds of my stems from the shamba, I'm getting. Let's take for example this one stem. As you can see how strong is because of this maize was transplanted. So this maize can afford to give me 2 maize crops, and they are going to get the slight differences because you can see most of the stems can see that most of them are equal. If there's something, if there's someone which is not 100%, then they will give me slight protection. So my dear friends, farmers, I can tell you the best way to go right now is to do maize transplanting. This is new technology that it shall improve our production because of transplanting the healthy, strong maize that we have raised from nursery bed to the main field. That is my main point of doing maize revolution in Kenya. You can see this one. Let me show you now. This is the seedlings that I bring from nursery bed, and you see they are very healthy, strong, 4 leaves with the best root development. This is my main objection. This is my main point. If I can see my plants, my maize are having the same roots, this is my happiness. I know in anything feeding program that I'm going to give, fertilizers, organic, they will perform very well because they are ready to use in full swing. The other thing, I can apply foliar, as you know, CN application I'll apply also. So the main thing is to get 100% population in my farm. That is equivalent to 20,000 seedling, and I'm expecting 50% of these seedlings in my farm to give me a double maize crop. That one will lead to 30,000 maize crop. And when I shell 6 maize crop, they will fill the 2 kg thing that we are calling in Kenya the korokoro. Now, when I get 30,000 and I shell 6 maize crop to fill 1 korokoro, that it means I can say 30,000 maize crops divide by 6, so that I'm getting 5,000 korokoros. The one thing we are using in Kenya to measure our maize when they are trying or selling. After getting 5,000 korokoros, I can also divide the 20,000, 5,000 korokoros to fill one sack, which is 90 kgs. We are having 36 to 40 korokoros per sack in one sack. So it means I can say 5,000 korokoros to divide by 40. That is around getting around 125 bags of 90 kgs per acre, which is a huge production, and most of the people cannot accept it except me because I am having practicals in my farm. As you can see, my maize are promising. These maize can promise you they will give you to their maximum production because of the healthiness. You can see they are very healthy. The other thing that can prove is all my maize are in one level, so you can see. The other thing, they are dark, all of them. The darkness shows that these maize are very healthy. They have everything that I have given, they have taken properly because everything was controlled. You know, sometimes when the rain is too high, you cannot control the rain because maybe it can rain for 2 to 3 hours per day. How much hours can it be rained for a week? It means the fertilizers that we are using, they are leaching, and that one we cannot control. But it is good also to use and to lay down our drip lines. The maize that the best that I can see they can produce very well is the one we are using irrigation. So farmers now, I can advise them to use the rain while waiting for off seasons like now. There is another thing that we can identify here. Can you see my friend here? The leaves of the transplanted maize are facing one side, like this one now. You can see they are just come closer and can see. Yeah, most of maize now, the leaves are they are facing one side. You can see. Yeah, nice one. It is easy to identify the side, the direction of leaves that can allow sunlight to penetrate to the ground. They can also allow air circulation properly, and that is why you can see my maize are very healthy. This is my happiness. I know, and I'm very sure I'll get a double production. You can see, yeah, wonderful. If we go all around, we are getting each and every maize they are in uniform, they are equal. You can see their stem are very strong, stems are very strong, and you can see. And about weeding program, I normally use manual weeding, that is for soil aeration. And the other advantages, we have got so many advantages of doing weeding, manual weeding. You can see for quality purposes. So it is easier for you to manage your farm when you do maize transplanting, and I'm sure you will get a different production from the normal planting of using boxes. The other thing, you can use planters. So meanwhile, I'm trying to get my machine so that can make work easier. Yes. So my friends, let us work in maize production by doing maize transplanting. As you can see, this maize was transplanted really, and it does very well. Yeah. Also, we have drip lines here. You can see my drip lines are ready in case of anything. When the rain goes off, yeah, good. Yes, this is a pleasant work. I think now all farmers are, I'm advising all farmers to go for this maize transplanting for quality purposes, for the best production that you can see. Even though it is it costly, but that one cannot be a big deal, because when time of harvesting you will see something different. If I can harvest around 100 bags per acre, so now labor cost, it will be easier for me because I'm getting over 100 bags. And especially in Kenya, if we are selling one bag at around 3,000, unless, for example, if I'm going to have around 1,100 bags times 3,000, that is like 300,000 Kenyan shillings. And the labor cost, I think, on the highest side, I can give around 100,000 that I spend in 1 acre. And when I remove 100,000, I'll be remaining with 200,000. Nobody in Kenya can get those 200,000 in an acre. Also, I can sell as a fresh market. And I've told you earlier, my maize are 20,000 plus 10,000, which is in double maize crops. Those are 30,000 maize crops from my farm. Less I can sell one maize crop at around 10 shillings times 30,000 maize crops. Also, I can get 300,000 from all both sides. If I sell as a dried maize, if I can harvest or sell at a fresh market, no different I'm going to get a slight difference depending on the market prices. Welcome, farmers. I'm LESSANET Mashak. Welcome to the LESSANET Farming Innovation. God bless you. Welcome.